Welcome back to Jerry's Garage Talk. Does me great pleasure to introduce our next guest, our next victim, I should say. Actually, he's my good friend, Nitro. How you doing, Nitro?
Fantastic, Jerry. How are you?
Phenomenal. Let me tell you a little bit about this guy. He comes with a few credentials, let's say. He worked on a Top Fuel car, our good friend TJ Zizzo. What did you do over there?
I started out as a utility man and worked my way up to cylinder heads and servicing the right side of the engine.
You were there, what, 4 or 5 years?
About 5 years.
And now let's take a step back, and then you worked for another race team as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I worked with Pat Dakin. I fill in for them as needed.
And now you're going on to another venture. Who's the other driver you're going to be working with this year?
Yeah, Kyle Wurzel. He's a startup team coming out the first year, and he was looking for volunteers. He's out of Warsaw, Indiana, and he was looking for some help, and I said, I'll do it.
Now, who did Kyle buy his car from?
Bruce Litton.
Bruce Litton. Now, tell me a little bit about Bruce Litton. Doesn't he have this phenomenal shop right in Indy?
Oh, yeah. He's right across the street from Raceway, where the U.S. Nationals are run at. And the big thing about Bruce is we raced against him in 2007 for the Top Fuel Championship, and we lost at the last race of the year.
So Bruce beat you, and you guys came in second.
Sure did.
All right. A little bit more about my friend Nitro over here. He did a few things when we had the radio show. We used to have a lot of guys out there with some products, and they wanted us to test them. Well, if you want us to test your product, we'll be more than happy to do it. But be prepared. We're going to be brutally honest. We've had a few things we tested out in Brett's garage, and we'll be doing that this year on Jerry's Garage Talk. Some of the things we tested out there. That bench, the fold-up bench from Bench Solution.
Bench Solution, that's an awesome invention. What it does, it's a bench that folds down on the wall, and it saves a lot of space in the garage.
We gave it 2 wrenches up on that one. Now, we also tested from a local guy in Zion, Illinois, Russ. Remember he had the oil, the cooler or the oiler for what was that?
That was an air tool oiler, where it's magnetic mount to the side of your bench. When you need some oil in your air tool, flip the little switch, it drops 2 or 3 drops of oil in your tool, and you're ready to go.
Now, we also gave 2 wrenches up for that. We tried another thing. It was a disposable oil pan. Worked out great. We were happy with that one. But one thing we really didn't like, there was a brand out there that had the heated wiper blades. Didn't work out as well as we thought it would.
I tried those out. We waited a month and a half for it to get cool enough to get frost on the windshield, and they did not work. Took them off. That was it.
That's it. So if you have a product you want us to test, we'll be more than happy to. Email us right here at tv@goflow.com. We'll be more than happy to do that. Well, Brett was on special assignment. Nikki was out doing whatever Nikki was doing. And we had a chance to go over to our good friends over there at Gurnee Dodge and talk about Dodge. Again, like I said, what we wanted to know is how strong is Dodge doing? Are they going to make it through the session? And Nitro and I was there. So I hope you guys like this. Tell us what you think. Don't touch those knobs. Don't fast forward or anything. We'll be right back. You're watching Jerry's Garage Talk on GoFlow.com. There's a lot of great reasons to tune in to Jerry's Garage Talk. And yes, and backed by popular demand, 2 more great reasons. Trackside Tina, what does she do, my friend?
Well, buddy, she gives us all the racing results from not only NASCAR, but the NHRA. And she has her ways on getting those stories that haven't quite hit the news yet.
So stay tuned for the Motorsports Report right here on Jerry's Garage Talk on GoFlow.com.
Hi, Jerry and Nick. It's great to be here for the 3rd web episode of Jerry's Garage Talk, presented by GoFlow.com. Again, I'm Trackside Tina, your motorsports expert, here in Gainesville, Florida, for the Tire Kingdom Gator Nationals. What a great race weekend it's going to be. The weather cleared up, the track conditions are going to be great. Sure, you're going to see some fast speeds out there this weekend. And NHRA is celebrating its 60th anniversary. So there's going to be also a lot of exciting events throughout the year as well, including this weekend, March 10th through 13th. You're going to see a special charity race between 2 rivals and legends. Yes, that would be Big Daddy Don Garlitz himself racing against Daryl the Kid Gwynn. Can't wait to watch that one. And again, it is for charity, so make sure you visit nhra.com for details. Hopefully I'll get to run into the 2 tonight. I am attending the Hall of Fame banquet with legendary motorsport artist Kenny Youngblood. So we should get some great pictures and hopefully some good interviews, which I'll post next weekend. I'll also be doing a special interview with Kenny throughout the weekend as well. And another driver that's going to be featured out this weekend is Kurt Busch. Yes, Kurt races in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. He's not giving it up. He's just having some fun a couple weekends throughout the year. So again, he's running in Pro Stock divisions, so make sure you tune in and check out nhra.com for details. Kurt raced last weekend at his home track in Las Vegas, and while he didn't win the race, he is currently leading the point standings, which is awesome. He's tied with Tony Stewart. Tony didn't win the race either. He had a little difficulty in pit road. He actually pulled away with his air compressor hose still attached. And at the end of the race, when everyone took 2 tires, Tony had to take 4, so that cost him as well. So victory went on for Carl Edwards, who did his legendary backflip in the winner's circle. So congratulations to Carl. And the guys have this weekend off. There won't be any NASCAR action in the Sprint Cup Series. I'm sure they're enjoying their time off with their friends and family. But next weekend, they're off to my favorite track, and that's Bristol. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to watch that one. I will be there, so I'll have some exciting photos and videos from there as well. Well, that's all for this week's episode of Jerry's Garage Talk. Thanks so much, everybody. I'm Trackside Tina, and I'll see you at the checkered flag.
All right, Jerry's Garage Talk again, talking to my good friend Michael Fohrman. Now, Michael, I asked you earlier if we can get a tech tip of the week, and who's this gentleman standing right here?
This is Colin Morgan. Colin has been with us for over a decade. He's our top veteran technician, and he can give you a great tip, Jerry, I think, for all your listeners.
All right, your name again, sir, I apologize.
Colin Morgan.
All right, Colin, my question to you is, all right, we're getting ready to come out of winter. What should some of these consumers be worried about right now?
Well, I recommend that basically, spring oil changes and have your front ends inspected for any damages from hitting potholes and possible front end alignments and wheel balances.
All right, especially right now, like you said, potholes. It is pothole season out there. If they don't get their alignment done, I mean, what are some of the negative things that might happen?
Well, you can have erratic tire wear, shimmy in your steering wheel.
Like that?
Yes.
All right.
And sometimes it can affect your fuel economy.
All right, so it's very important to make sure you get your front end line. And you guys do that right here as well?
Yes, we do.
All right, fantastic. That is your Jerry's Garage Talk tech tip of the week.
Say that faster 3 times, Jerry.
That's your Jerry's Garage Talk tech tip of the week. I got it. Thanks, guys. I know, Mike. Nitro Brett here had a great question for you that he wanted to ask you.
You had mentioned all the cars and products that you have coming down the pipeline. What do you do as an owner to keep your technicians and your sales guys up on that new product?
That's a great question. I like this guy.
I know.
Great question on here.
Pretty good.
Now that we have 16 new redesigned or refreshed products, training for the sales and for the managers and for the technicians is paramount of importance. We have a new program called Dealer Standards, and Chrysler brought this out, and they are very strict on what we do. So my technicians, or our technicians, which we have 12 full trained technicians, they all go to a minimum of 80 hours of training, which is like 2 weeks a year. And that's just the normal stuff. So over and above, when there's a new product, like when we have the 200 or some of the other products that I'm going to show you here, Nitro, that will show you that we really have to be on top of stuff. So you can't have, no offense, but your corner garage do some of these repairs. Because
that's why I'm not doing it. I can't do it anymore. No, I can't.
And we need the business, as I told you all the time.
Exactly.
Very sophisticated powertrains, and so we do a lot of training. Sales, also. We're not going to have you come in here and spend your hard-earned money and have us go, well, I'm not sure if this is, the horn is over here or whatever. They go to training. We have online training. We have off-site training. Training.
Do you have training?
We have training.
A little bit of training?
A little bit of training, too. Did I mention training?
You did mention training.
Training is important. We handle it all. Yes. So
all right.
Good question. That's that.
We're going to take a look at some of their products here in just a second. Now, what the heck is this thing over here? Now, Mike, what is this?
Now, see, you wouldn't even know.
No.
But this is our brand new Durango. So you remember the name,
right,
but you don't remember this face.
Doesn't look anything like the old Durango.
This is totally redesigned, totally different. Just when you look at the grill, okay? When you look at the 20-inch wheels, when you look at the styling of this thing. And this is the companion to the Grand Cherokee, but Grand Cherokee 5-passenger, Durango 7.
I was talking to you earlier. I coach for my son's youth football team. This is something that would be perfect. I'm hauling all those kids in.
Well, this is perfect. Like I said, you can fit 7 adults in here very comfortably.
Wow.
So you ride in style. It's got the 5.7 Hemi in this model. And this is our Citadel. So this is our top of the line. Most things are standard, from the sunroof, the leather, but you can get it at all different price levels and all different trim levels.
Can you tow with this too, like a small camper boat, something along those lines too?
Absolutely, and that's the reason that this has really been a mainstay and why they kept the name Durango, and they kept it and they brought it back. We had a void for a year or two with Durango.
Right.
They wanted to do it right, and I think, now that I'm an auto show model,
there you go.
I think that they have done a wonderful job in really redesigning it, but from the inside out.
Yeah.
I just do not want to tell you that it's just the sheet metal that looks great. Right?
Is that leather interior in there as well?
Leather interior.
Oh my God.
Those are beautiful. I mean,
we'll have to get a shot of this, but this is absolutely gorgeous.
Subtle, and of course, one of my managers has to be driving this. You know, they wouldn't let me drive this.
No, you're driving a Jeep, man.
Yeah, you know. So, but this is gorgeous, and like I said, safety features up the yin-yang. Okay.
Okay, is that a technical term?
Yeah, technical term.
Right.
Yes. I think Chrysler taught me that at the training.
Right,
we were talking about yin-yang. Okay.
Right.
But truly, it's very safe. It's very good ride. It's very good to look at.
It is.
And
it's very
I
sharp.
think that they've done an exceptional job with this redesigned vehicle.
Mikey, what are we looking at here now? What is this Jeep here?
This is our 4-door, unlimited, and this is the Sahara model. So this is the top of line Wrangler.
All right.
So this is new for 2011. It's in this nice, beautiful flame red.
It's gorgeous.
If we could get, and I don't know how close we could get, look at the interiors, and you'll see what they've done to these interiors to just make these things more beautiful. It still keeps the ruggedness, because, you know, when you talk about Wrangler, you want that rugged. But now, when you have some feel, you're not just feeling hard plastic. You now have some touch points. You have some chrome. You have a design in here that really looks nice to the feel and to the eye. But
man, oh man, this thing is
also have yourself. Now this has the dual top. You have the hard top and you have the optional soft top.
Will this come off?
This will come off completely. It can be stored, and then you also have the benefit of the soft top or no top, whatever you want to do.
The room in this thing is unbelievable. Wow.
But they've really just redesigned this, and they've really made it nice. So this was not a brand new model, because you've known the Wrangler, okay, and the 4-door version being the Unlimited, which is a great name. Unlimited, you know, use your imagination for whatever you want.
Sure.
But it's just great. The seats are nicer, the interiors are nicer, yet the pricing is still what it was, same as 2010.
And you can still take these off the road.
These things are made for off the road.
Right.
Trust me, they're made for off the road. A lot of people don't do that. You know, it's nice to drive around in your Jeep Wrangler, but they're made for off the road.
Now, you said yourself you drive a Jeep.
I do.
Do you ever go off the road with it, a little 4-wheeling?
Well,
carrying your golf cart or something, your golf clubs?
I have my golf clubs. I don't want to act like a sissy on your show on here, but yes, I'm not the off-road type.
All right.
Guess who drives one? I told you I drove a Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
Guess who drives this one?
Who?
My lovely wife, who has 2 children. She has the Unlimited Wrangler Sahara. Absolutely.
Fantastic. So they're a guy and a chick car.
They're everybody. Everybody's car.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be looking at the Challenger. That's why I wanted to come out here at Gurnee Dodge. So that's coming up next.
Feel the excitement? That's peak performance. And it's electric.
Look out! Be sure everybody's safe with the new Peak backup camera system. With the Peak Jump Starter, you don't need another car to jump your dead battery, so there's no waiting. And the fun never stops with the Peak Power Inverter. It instantly converts your car's battery power to household power. Great as a mobile office or for tailgating.
Inside, outside, all around your car. When you peak, you win.